Stereo testing 1 2 3 4. Check the sound. Make sure the sound good. 1 2 3 4. Yeah, it seemed like the sound was good. Right out here once again for another outside lesson of the earthquakes in diverse places as of June 13th, 2026 on this Saturday noon. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His Son begot Son, Bahashem, and the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew. The Lashon Holy Tongue, and I say Barakah to the elders and apostles from Haki and Mahakwa, and I say Shalom. And as I mentioned again, this is a sit-down lesson. This is a sit-down lesson of the, this is a outside lesson of this Saturday noon, June 13th, 2026. There's earthquakes in diverse places, news updates. And, we've been speaking about this previously, for the the weather experts been speaking about this for previous years, and as of now, you've been having heavy earthquakes, like heavy storms of earthquakes, like in Northern California and Southern California, and then a lot of talks about a potential earthquake in Southern San Andreas, Southern California. It's a new article from USA Today. It says, USA Today Network at June 13th, 2026 at 9:57 a.m. Eastern Time. So, remember this. Yeah, it says, this is from California. It says, San Andreas fault line struck a 1,000-year high, raising a quake risk. It says, a new research found that San Andreas and San Jacinto, if I pronounce that right, it said the fault systems are in critical loaded state with a stress level that could support a large multi-fault earthquake near the major California cities. Because I remember years back, it was like off the coast of California. I remember that was like a 6.0 earthquake. I remember that like it was just there. Yeah, so I'm gonna read that last part of it. Yeah, it says new research found that San Andreas and San Jacinto fault systems are in critical loaded state with the stress level that could support a large multi-fault earthquakes near the major California cities. Yeah, like San Diego County, Malibu, like the Bay Area, near the Bay Area, northern Southern California. This is the titanic stress along the Southern California, San Andreas, and San Jacinto fault system has reached in some areas exceeding highest levels since the past 1,000 years. It says, you can't believe Esau scientists all the time, I just want to add a side to that. It says, according to a new research led by the earth scientists, it says at the University of Hawaii in Maui, if I pronounced that right. It says researchers said that the system is not showing signs of imminent rupture, but operating under a usual high stress of a long-term descending cycle that could support a large earthquake, including a multi-fault affix. Right, because you got that fault line down in Southern California, San Andreas. So this is the book of Luke 21 and verse 11. And these are the signs that Yahweh spoke about 2,000 years ago, said was going to occur. This is Luke 21 and verse 11. It says a great earthquake shall be in diverse places. Right, so that major earthquake potentially might hit up there in Southern California, in San Andreas. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, right? So more and more uptick of modern day earthquakes in various places, in diverse places. And famines and pestilence and fearful sights of great signs shall be heavy. So I'm gonna check out some more news articles of the earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, so it says again, San Andreas fault line, high stress of a earthquake risk, right? A potential large earthquake risk. So I'm gonna check out the latest earthquakes. Hey, because what was that last week? You had that 8.2 earthquake over there in the Philippines. I think that was like the second largest earthquake within a year. Because I remember last July, you had that large 8.8 earthquake over there in Russia. And so that shows you that we're seeing these high magnitude of earthquakes in diverse places are increasing by the day. This is from the latest earthquakes from USGS.gov. You had a total of 34 earthquakes was recorded from yesterday, June the 12th, all the way to the 13th. And you had a 3.6 earthquake recorded south of southeast of Perryville, Alaska. And then you had a 5.1 earthquake recorded in Bintang, Indonesia.
Hello, Moto.
Was that earthquake over there, 24 kilometers, and Havili. That was what was that? I would say like 2 weeks ago, you had like a 6.9 earthquake over there in that area, but it was like in the northern part of Chile. It says, I just want to add a side note to that. And then you had a 5.1 earthquake west to southwest of Haddock, Alaska. And then you had another 5.0 earthquake in Alaska. This is Unalaska in Alaska at 5.0. And then you had a 4.5 earthquake over there in Halonin, city of Taiwan. And then you had a 4.5 earthquake in Caballero of Mexico. And then you had a 5.1 earthquake over there in Peru. And I believe not that long ago, you had a large earthquake over there in southern Peru. I believe that was like a 7.0. I just want to add side on to that score too. And then you had a 5.2 earthquake in the Caribbean, Philippines. Right, because Philippines, they've been having heavy aftershocks of earthquakes ever since that large earthquake hit over there last week. That was an 8.2 earthquake over there in the area. And then you had a 4.5 earthquake, 77 kilometers of Hafio Tonga. So as of today, those was the latest earthquakes as of June the 13th, 2026 from the earthquake USGS.gov. And you had a total of 35 earthquakes was recorded. So we'll bring out that Isaiah chapter, matter of fact, Psalms 18 and verse 7. So we're going to be seeing more and more of the Yahweh Shema Shai visit this earth with the great shakings with these earthquakes. But you know, the Heavenly Father, He's a righteous balance power. This is the book of Psalms 18 and verse 7. Yes, the book of Psalms 18 and verse 7 reads, it says, then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations also was hills moved with shaking was wrath. Right, because the Heavenly Father's angry with the wicked every day. Like it says in the book of Isaiah 48 verse 22. Because earth is still given to the hands of wicked. Because the wicked, he loved the temper of the weather, whether it's supposedly with this heart machine and all that. That's why the Heavenly Father's visiting this earth with these great shaking with these earthquakes. So it makes perfect sense. And this is the book of Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. It says, thou shalt visit the coast with thunder and with earthquake and great noise and storms and tempest and flooded by fire. Right, so the prophet Isaiah was mentioning that Yahweh Shema Shai, Yahweh folks, is going to visit this earth with these earthquakes. And these increasing unprecedented weather-like conditions, that's what we're seeing. So we'll bring up that second edge of the 9th chapter. And this is the book of Second Edges. Yeah, it's the book of Second Edges, chapter 9, verse 2. It says, this is from the Apocryphal book, so the Holy Scripture agrees of Second Edges 9, verse 2. It says, then thou shalt understand, it is the very same time where in the heights, which the Heavenly Father Yahweh will begin to visit the world which made. Right, so the prophet Ezra mentioned that the Heavenly Father Yahweh of hosts is going to visit this earth now, so more than ever, especially with these earthquakes at an alarming rate. Second Edges 9, verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars through the world. Right, so more increasing earthquakes in the uproars through the world that we're going to continue to see increase. So this was just a quick outside lesson that I wanted to bring out the earthquakes in diverse places news updates as of June the 13th, 2026 on this Saturday, June the 13th, 2026. So hopefully this was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and unto to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Hashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew of the Lashon Gospel tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles for Hakim Akwaf until next time. I say Kum Ashrala and the Ball Shalom.